Hello D23 fans, this is Christian Milan again, here to answer the question, what is the D23 Expo really like? With the D23 Expo 2019 coming up, I wanted to give you as comprehensive a view by showing you 2017's Expo hour by hour. And this video will be on Saturday, arguably the busiest day at the Expo. So, here we go. First, the expectation is that the biggest announcements both in the live action and Parks and Resorts panels will be today. In fact, people are so excited about Saturday's announcements that this is a line on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Granted, some of these people are actually waiting for the Disney store as they are releasing the Snow White limited edition dolls. And remember from the last video on Friday, there was a problem with the animation panel line which caused an overflow, and that overflow were given guaranteed wristbands for today's live action or Parks and Resorts panels. And those with wristbands were able to bypass the sleepover from those trying to get into the live action panel on Saturday morning. This is that live action panel line at 9:10 on Friday night. And the live action line at 4 a.m. in the morning on Saturday was cut off. If you were to arrive after 4 a.m. on Saturday, you did not get a place in the live action panel, which starts at 10:30 a.m. And at 6 a.m., people are told that they can run to their cars to drop off their stuff. Most of these people who have waited overnight are now just getting up and grabbing coffee and breakfast. Now, D23 asks all attendees who arrive after 7 a.m. to come straight to the front of the convention center. This is a view of that line at 7 a.m. in front of the convention center. And at 7:30, they've now brought the show floor line from Hall E into the lobby of the Anaheim Convention Center. Meanwhile, the live action panel line will remain in Hall E right before the Hall D23 presentation doors open. The demand for Saturday's D23 Expo is so high that they even have to use the arena as a holding area. This is the arena right before the 9 a.m. open. Thank you, Al. And at 9 a.m., the D23 Expo is officially open. Thank you, Michael.
Good morning. Good morning.
My first stop is the Marvel Studios booth, where you get a wristband for an official Infinity War Avengers signing at 2:30 p.m. that afternoon. These high-demand wristbands are only distributed on Saturday morning between 9 and 9:30. Meanwhile, this is the live-action line still in Hall E at 9:15. Seating will begin at 9:30 a.m. And on Saturday at 10:30 a.m., the live-action panel begins. By 10:50 a.m., Alan Horn has revealed their master plan for 2 years of live-action films. Meanwhile, at 11 a.m. in Hall E, lineups have already begun for the Parks panel, which begins at 3 p.m. And at 11:30, Mary Poppins herself, Emily Blunt, takes the stage. And Mark Hamill appears at noon to present The Last Jedi behind-the-scenes footage. And at 12:15, the head of Marvel Studios himself, Kevin Feige, takes the stage.
Of these 10 years, and it's called Avengers Infinity War. Photo op.
And as the Avengers take their photos upstairs, downstairs in Hall E, the line for the Parks and Resorts panel quickly fills up.
Let's get Joe Russo out here!
At 12:23 p.m., Joe Russo introduces footage that supposedly is of the last 10 years of Marvel.
A celebration of this culmination of this 10-year journey.
Great. Show it. Do you want to watch it?
Unbeknownst to the audience, what they're about to see is the first footage of the new Infinity War movie. This footage is not seen again till the movie comes out 9 months later. crowd goes absolutely crazy. Even the Avengers cast is reportedly seeing this footage for the first time, and at 12:27 p.m., the Saturday live-action panel ends. And at 12:30 in the Parks line, people are receiving tweets of what just took place. After seeing the live-action panel, many attendees go straight to the Level Up gaming panel, which starts at 1 p.m., while others stop to watch the D23 Expo parade on Mickey Avenue, which includes Once Upon a Time's Captain Hook. But the biggest roar from the crowd I heard at this expo was at the gaming panel's introduction of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Alright, so let's roll the trailer.
And at the other side of the expo, Hall E starts to ascend into Hall D23 at 2 p.m., a full hour before the Parks and Resorts panel begins. And remember those wristbands we got at the Marvel Pavilion in the morning at 9 a.m.? Well, we had to come back at 2:30 to see this.
Villains, are you ready to see the biggest, baddest villain in the MCU? Then help me welcome out Thanos himself. Make some noise for Mr. Josh Brolin!
Not only do we get a special guest appearance from Josh Brolin, Thanos himself, but they also reveal additional characters from Infinity War.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you for the first time the children of Thanos. Would you kindly bring up our Infinity Gauntlets? There it is.
And as Josh Brolin signs autographs at 3 p.m., the Parks and Resorts panel begins. While there were a lot of announcements at the Parks and Resorts panel, a big one was the official name for the new Star Wars land.
Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. The name represents all the unknown adventure happening here, and we're looking forward to welcoming all of you in 2019.
Before the Parks and Resorts panel ended at 4:30, they announced that each guest would get a pass to see the new Fantasmic before the general public.
Today, we sure did. Looking forward to seeing all of you at Fantasmic. Have a great night and enjoy the rest of the expo.
And as we exited Hall D23, they gave us each credentials for Fantasmic and a special pin to take with us to the show floor. We then all went to Hall A, where they distributed wristbands that gives us times where we could see the Fantasmic show at Disneyland. And later that night at 9 p.m., we were able to show our gold wristbands to get front row seats to the new Fantasmic. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel to get day 3 of our D23 Expo adventure. Hope you have a magical day.